All right, we're live. Hello everybody. Welcome. Just finishing getting all the setups going. What's going on? What's going on is we're playing some Kerbal Space Program. Yep, we're building a helicopter today. I also downloaded some visual mods, so at least the world should look a little bit nicer. Well, should we get started? We're going to try to build a helicopter. Yep, these are all uploaded on YouTube. Alright, so the first plan is to build a helicopter, and I did do some reading as to what to do and how to make this work. First of all, I didn't know that there are variants of the... I did not know that there were variants of, like, clockwise and counterclockwise variants of the rotors. So we are going to do better in that regard. We also want to make this the root part. Little computer. There we go. I actually don't know what that is. Okay, that's a fuel tank. That's fine. So we're gonna pop this off. Have you looked into orthogonal basis group theories at all? Do you mean like gauge theories that are like O4 instead of SU3 or something like that? Thank you, Elliptic6 with $2. Rock hard for Blitz to infinity and beyond. Indeed, we'll get there. We'll get there. Why is a constant like G bar equals 4 pi G not as ubiquitous as H bar despite having similar utility? I don't know. It might just be convention. Okay, so we need a... First things first is we need like a... What's it called? It's just like a rotation servo, but I gotta just turn off the motor so that it should just be allowed to go on its own. And then if I grab one of these, then in principle I should be able to just take... I should be able... Okay, so then I want to grab these helicopter wings. Nope, that's too small. Nope, that's too small. Nope, that's too small. Nope, that's too small. Where the helicopter? There we go. That's what I want. Or helicopter blades? Is that what they're called? We're just testing this out. We're gonna get this right. So I think that these... Okay, that's their leading edge. And so now we want to grab the same blade. Oop, nope, too small. The same blade, but apparently there's a variant. And then we're gonna put that blade hold on. This should go like this. And that should go like here. And then that one should go like here. Oh, and then they're spinning in the opposite direction. That's the goal. Okay, hold on. Those are the same. We'll figure this out, I promise. There we go. Okay. Now, if I'm just gonna test this out. It'll go fine. We'll be fine. So the idea is that we only need one motor. And then they'll both counter-rotate. See, look at that. Look at that. Look how perfect that is. Look at it. Look at it go. Come on, now you have to go up. Oh. We're going sideways. I don't actually understand how it is the case that we're not falling. It seems like... Oh, because we don't have the authority limiter set. Okay, so we're good. We're okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay, so now the idea is that we want to adjust the action group so that whatever main throttle is, we want to make it so that the authority limiter we change that, right? Let's put this back. Authority limiter there. And similarly, the authority limiter here. And maybe we want them both to be 15%. So I'm going to test this out. Okay. So now... Wait, why isn't main throttle working? Right, that didn't work. I thought that the actions, if I set that at main throttle, I thought that would make it go, but apparently not. So, because, I mean, the idea is pretty straightforward, right? So they're currently just strictly horizontal. But if I do this and then I just change the authority limiter, oh, they're not deployed. Okay, that would do it. That would explain that. So if I put their deploy angle, oh, something is supposed to happen. The authority limiter is supposed to be the thing that okay, maybe we change the deploy angle with that button. I don't actually know what the authority limiter does anymore. So we will try something else. We'll deploy that, great. And then we'll put the authority limiter there. And what if we go to the actions now, and then we go to main throttle, and then we select this, and then we do the deploy angle, there you go. And similarly over here. Deploy angle. Okay, now let's try it. Have you tried a spiral launch? You mean like rotating? Yeah. Okay, so currently that is... Okay, so what happens if I turn on the motor? Are they going the right way? Okay, so they are going the right way. Cool. There's a problem though, and I can't lower the authority. It's how much surface is allowed to pitch and roll. You mean this way and that way? The raffle copter does indeed go swah, 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 swah. That's true. Okay, so the trouble... Yeah, I've played Kerbal before. I've just never built a helicopter before. So let me think. Okay. So we want the authority limiter to not... What do you guys think? Well, a reaction wheel will help, but I don't understand what the authority limiter does exactly. How much control surface is allowed to angle itself. Authority limiter, it won't do any of the pitch, yaw, or roll movements. I see. So I want that to be not 0 then. Probably. Maybe 5. But then there should be a way that I can lower the deploy angle using... Well, there's main throttle. Typically, main throttle you can lower with Alt. So... maybe I use a different set of buttons, like I and K, maybe. Oh, how about... I'm just trying to think what the best way to... So what I would like is I would like one button to pitch them up so that I increase throttle. Yeah, I have pitched set to throttle, but I can't lower the throttle. I can't lower the pitch. I don't think. I mean, we can try. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a controllable helicopter. So currently, I have this button. Ah, okay, no, it does work. It just doesn't work. Okay, great. Actually, no, this does work. This is very good. I was just pressing the wrong button. So, okay, so we're gonna angle them up a little bit. See how they're angled up now? And now we are going to turn on our motor. And we're gonna take off. Okay, so we're going up. And now, in principle, if I lower the throttle, I can go down, and I can go up. We're flying! We're flying! And now we're flying higher. Why did the SAS disengage? Oh, the SAS disengaged because I don't have an antenna. Okay, that's fine. We're doing it. Okay, so next step is I probably want to add like an SAS module. Not an SAS module, a stabilizer, a stabilizing unit. Just so that, and I just want to try this. It is just running on battery power for now. We're doing step by step. Okay, so we're gonna increase our angle, and then we are going to. So there we go. So I turned on SAS. Ah, we're flying. We're even flying in a direction. Look at that. Oh, this is so much easier. It turns out you just point in the direction that you want to go, and then you go that way. This is so dumb. This is so easy. Who said that we couldn't build a helicopter? And then we can go faster, or we can go slower. That's so easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, so now, next step. Now we need to put this engine on, or this propeller on something. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, so we have a propeller unit basically, which is really handy. Will there be a mission for the helicopter? I don't know. We'll get there. So we have our little Probodobodyne, whatever it's called. Why don't we build a little, I don't know, what's the right cockpit for a helicopter? Oh, you know what we can do? We're gonna build a, why don't we build one from scratch? Mark II lander? Mark II lander. Where's the Mark II lander? There is no Mark II lander. Oh, this one. No, that's no fun. No, we're gonna build a chopper. We're gonna build like a genuine chopper. What does a chopper look like? Because we have these little chairs, right? The chairs will do what we want them to do. Chair is like the little pilot seat. So we're just gonna try to build one from scratch. Okay, so we need to go to structural. Here we go. Does entanglement create space-time? We don't know. Are you gonna add the tail propeller? No, we don't need it. We have dual whatever. Okay, so this is actually really big. This is not great. Okay, I changed my mind. Maybe we don't want to build the chopper from scratch. Oh. Yeah, okay. This is actually like an enormous. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. We are going to use the lander can, and then we're just going to. Wait a minute. Let's build a micro chopper. Now that I know what I'm doing, we're just gonna build a micro chopper. So we're going to grab a, let's build the chopper part first, then we'll build the propellers on top. So we're going to, we need like a, not a grip pad, we need like a structural plate, bigger structural plate. Here we go. And then we're gonna take this and we're going to do that. Nope, do that. Is that too big? How big's the chair? Oh yeah, it's way too big. Okay, so we're gonna start with one of these guys. Oops. One of these guys. Come on, go in the go on the bottom. Go on the bottom. Go below it. Go below it. All right, I'm gonna. Oh. Okay, there we go. We got one of those guys, and then we're gonna take a few of these guys. You start playing KSP because no, I played KSP a long time ago. I just picked it back up recently because somebody suggested it. And then we're gonna take one of these. Do we have any triangle shaped pieces? We do not. That's okay. We can just clip or something. What's a grip strip do? Ooh. And then we're gonna take one of these and we're gonna put it there, and then we're gonna rotate this like that. And then we're gonna take another one of these, put it there, and we're gonna rotate it like that. See how we're building a helicopter, guys? We're building like a genuine, proper helicopter. We're gonna take one of these. Nope, go back. Go back. And we're gonna rotate this way. Boink. Oh, almost closed up. Okay. Turns out that we're gonna need to rotate this a little bit more, and then rotate this a little bit more, and then we're gonna have to actually turn off that. This should rotate this much. This should rotate this. Nope, a little bit more. There we go. That's what we want. And then this guy right there. There we go, see? We're gonna take this one. Actually, no, so that side is going to be the entrance side. We're building a helicopter. Now, the trouble is there's no triangular pieces. So I think that one side might just be open. Go the main rotor. We have the rotor's over here. But we don't have any triangular pieces. Oh, you know what we can use? We can use wings. Wings are smart. Who needs there, that's a triangle, right? That is technically a triangle. It's gonna ruin the aerodynamics, but it'll be extra. It'll look good. And then I just gotta take it, and didn't I enable tweaking? One sec. Did you take electromagnetism in university? Electromagnetism is like the worst class to take at a university. It's doable, and like you will do it, but it's just like it's just such a pain. Like it's very interesting class, but it's really a pain. I thought that there was tweaking enabled. Advanced tweakables, yeah. So why can't I tweak the... Can't I tweak the size of the wing? Isn't that a thing? Is electromechanical engineering a good paying major? I have no idea. Oh, only tweak scale mod lets you do that. Okay, so then we can't do that, at least not directly. Small delta wing. Okay, that's not small. Wing connector? Wing connector? No. Hold on, we can figure this out. We can be creative here. We're a creative bunch, right? Is space-time fundamental, or does it emerge from something deeper? That, nobody knows. Nobody knows the answer to that. Okay, we can instead do something like... Okay, so I have a thought. We'll do that. It's a bad thought. There are appropriately sized triangle pieces on the structural tab. There are no triangles. Where are the triangles? Where are you seeing triangles? There's, oh, structural pylons, but those aren't triangle pieces, are they? They're just like random pylon bits. You have a YouTube channel? Yeah, we're currently live streaming on YouTube. At the bottom, white triangle piece. This thing? That's not a triangle. What triangle are you talking about? Did you do a thesis at the end of your PhD? Yeah, you have to. At the bottom. This thing? What bottom? This thing? That's not a triangle, that's a cube. There's next to the square versions. Next to them? What? You mean like these things? What are you talking about? There's no triangle. There's no triangle thing. Are we looking at the same screen? There are no triangle pieces. The other square versions. What other square versions? These have variants, but that just changes the color. Oh, okay, those are circles. Those are circles. Those are circles. So they don't do anything. These are not triangles. These are like weirdly shaped diamond things. Roll to the bottom. This is the bottom. That's the bottom. Unless you mean like down here. But that's utility, not structural. Right? That is the bottom. Sort by mass and go to the top of the list. Okay. The top of the list is a cube. There are cubes. There are octagons. There are no triangles. Am I being like trolled? I don't think that there are triangles. I think that this is being made up. Like there's no variance for the structural panels, right? I just scrolled past it. Okay, I'm definitely getting trolled. Yeah. Absolutely somebody is using mods, and that's fine. You can use mods, but I'm not using mods, so don't pretend that I'm using them. Come on. You should dabble in more visual mods. I just added a visual mod earlier. Like there is a visual mod that's currently in place right now. That's close enough, right? A little bit more. Why not use a regular plane cockpit? Because we're having fun here. Use anyone and anything to make your gaming time more fun. All right, let's add another I-beam, and it's just gonna have character, okay? What could you possibly be building? We are building the cockpit for a helicopter. Don't judge me. It's a little messy, okay? Nope, that goes there. Nope. Go back. And then we gotta push this back down. Down. There we go. See? Blix, could you help explain something I don't know how to? How is it EM waves can be the size of Earth or a few picometers in size and still travel the same speed? Well, because their speed isn't directly related to their wavelength, that's all. All right, so there's our, it's not great, but it'll do, right? Okay, so now we have to add a, another panel. Okay, no, we don't want another, do we want another panel? Yeah, okay, we want another panel, and we have to add our cockpit. Okay, there's our little control chairs. We can add one of these. Should be a little bit lower. There we go. And then we want to add one of these. And then we gotta add one of these. We gotta swing this one down. Oh no. Gotta turn on this so that it swings down the right amount. There we go. And now we gotta add some glass paneling or something. So there's the door, see? Do we actually measure things with delta V IRL like in the game? Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite physics equations? Oh, you wish my mic wasn't in the center of the screen. Maybe I can, I don't know if you can still hear me. If you can still hear me, I can put it there. Yeah, I just don't know how good my audio is gonna be. So my favorite physics equation is probably the Einstein field equations. It's just really, really nice. Okay, so is there glass? No, we probably don't have any glass. So this helicopter is going to be flown blind? No, we need something in the front. Like, okay. Apparently, there is a hold on. There is a triangular panel. Hold on. I'm getting informed that there is a triangular panel called the SPRO R06 R06. Okay, but it's not showing up. So structural panel. Nope. Oh, these are only, yes. This is only in the Making History DLC. I don't have the Making History DLC. That's why I don't have it. Which is fine, we don't need it. We don't need it. We figured it out, we did it ourselves. From Clown Meat with $5. Oh, I don't know what the cost is to choose a new mission, but you should create a ring of debris asteroids around Kerbal. That is a long-term endeavor. And we're currently in the middle of trying to build a helicopter, but I will add it to the to-do list if we can make it happen. All right, so we need something to go on the front so that they don't fall out, y'all. I have one of the DLCs, I just don't have both. Mike is back in frame. Sorry. Okay. What should go in the front, y'all? What should go in the front of the chopper? What kind of thing? What are we talking here? A minigun. Oh, I can't build it. Well, maybe I'll build a minigun eventually. Oh, a nose cone. A nose cone is a good, but they have to be able to see through. That's the issue, right? They have to be able to see. I mean, they don't really have to be able to see, but like, they should be able to see. We don't want them to not be able to see. We need. Oh, we can use this. Oh, it's not big enough. Okay. Gotta find something that looks right. Can you really ask anything? You can try. Okay, those are thermal systems. What's this? Okay, that's probably not it. Wing pieces, they're lighter and more shapes. Wing pieces for what? We don't have the spare wing piece. We don't have the adjustable wing pieces. They're too small. A nice little chain to keep you from flying out. See, I could just put like, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We will just use some structural pieces, and we will just build. We will just build a thing. Let me build on top of you, please. Let me build on top of you, please. And then we'll grab another one of these and we will put it over on the side. Nobody ever said anything about aerodynamic, okay? We're not, that is not our goal here. And we'll put this one on this side. And then we'll put another here, just a... And then we just need like a little seatbelt one. That way then they can see, but so that they, that they can see but not fall out. Right? We don't want them falling out. There we go. They can put their feet there or something, or I don't know. I don't actually know how this is intended to be. And this one can, yeah, there we go. Okay, good enough, right? This is good enough. We're building a helicopter. Now they have like the little window, and then there's like, you know, it's fine. This is fine. They're not set up for airtight. They don't need to be airtight. They just need to look airtight, right? Okay, now we need some landing. I guess we're gonna use landing wheels, right? Like we don't really do skids here. So we can like, actually we could use legs, right? We need wheels. I don't think we need wheels or, what does the strip do? What does this grip strip do? If I just put it on the bottom, will it grip? Is it grippy? No, we're gonna put landing legs on the bottom. This is such an abomination. Hold on, I actually need to change editor. There we go. Better. All right, and then we can, yeah, like this. This is such an abomination. An affront against man. An affront against God. All right, there's our landing legs. We got it. We're good. Okay, now we just have to, oh, I lost my rotor. That's fine. Okay, now this whole thing, we're gonna take this and move it there. Where's our center of mass? We're gonna put it there then. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to load up this thing with batteries. Or not the center of mass, but because this thing is currently battery powered. As long as it's not leaking out the back, we're okay. Okay, they'll be fine. Fix the legs. The legs are fine. Legs are right. They're... Oh no, that's not right. Oh boy. Yep, okay, I guess we're doing each leg manually, because I wasn't doing it in mirror mode. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to do mirror mode. We can just do it manually. God, why is this always so difficult? Okay, putting the legs away. The legs are gone. I mean, I could just rebuild the thing, but... Should I just rebuild the thing? I can at least rebuild these parts and make them symmetric. Make this side symmetric, rather. Like, I can do that, and so then when I attach things to it, they'll be symmetric. Which is fine, that's actually, like, the good move. And then that one goes there. See how nice and symmetric it is now? And then we have one that goes... Oh, I have to move this one up. And then this one can probably attach right there. And then I can move this one back down. I gotta... Out to live. There we go. Much cleaner. Okay. Now we can add the legs back. What is he building? I'm building a helicopter. Nobody ever said it would be easy. We do it not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And then we gotta rotate it a smidge. Okay, good. There we go. And then we can just clone this and... Or we can just put another pair over here. We go to the moon, we build an abominable helicopter, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Okay, there's our helicopter body. Cool. So far, so good. Battery-powered helicopters. Right, okay, now we actually have to build the main rotor. Now that's a little bit too small, I think? So we want too big. That's even too bigger. Okay, I guess this one will have to do. Oh, you know what else we need? We need RCS. Not RCS, SAS. Okay, this is annoying. Because I would very much like to put this, like, there we go, that's where I wanted it. Perfect. Now, I can take my robotics, and then I can just take this, and just, like, put it there. Nope, that is oriented the wrong direction. That would make sense. There we go. Now that is a rotor. I want it to be non-motorized, non-locked, and then I can take my wings, call them in these we call them in the business. We need big old, not fan wings. We need big old propeller wings. Okay, those might be too big. Are those too big? No, never too big. No such thing. But we do have to do that. Now they might be too big. Might be like a little bit too big. Okay, We'll use a little bit smaller wings. There we go. Okay, that maybe is fine, right? That's maybe fine. We're building a helicopter, isn't it obvious? And then we have to grab. We have to put another robotics piece. We put a standard rotor, standard motor. Okay, standard is too big. How about this one? That's too big. Light duty? There we go. And then we just gotta grab another set of wings. And we gotta click the variant. So now, they're in the opposite direction. See what I did there? Now I have no idea if this will work. I really hope it will. But we just gotta assign some action groups. The rotor sides don't spin, you have to put something on top and then attach blades. Rotor side. Wait, the rotor side? It worked last time. When I used the, Hold on. When I used this one, I was able to just slap something on the bottom and slap something on the top, but maybe it's because... Yeah, I think that you're probably right. So we're just gonna add a little structural piece. Little baby structural piece. That. And then we can put this like that. And then this like that. That should work. Now it should be able to spin freely. And then we just got to change our action group so that the main throttle is... Oh, we have to deploy them. We have to deploy them. And then we want to set the deploy angle to 0. Set the deploy angle to 0. And then we want to go to main throttle. And then we want to change the deploy angle. And then we do the same thing here. Okay, now in principle, this should fly. Yeah, this is two-rotor system. I feel like Valentina should be the pilot here. But I guess we could probably bring Bill along too. All right, let's see. I have no idea what's gonna happen, but let's try it. It's dark. Don't love that. Okay, so let's just double check that the... Oh, see how wobbly they are? That's awful. Oh, what is happening? Why is it exploding? Why is it trying to explode currently? Why did we just... Okay. Not sure what happened there. Anybody got an explanation? Oh, no, I'm stupid. It's because it has to go like this. That's why. There we go. Now it'll work. But I gotta make sure that the action groups, okay. All right, so in principle, why are you wobbling? This is what's called a crack and drive, by the way. I didn't do that. This is not a program, it's a game. Okay, I think it's because it's... I actually have no idea why this is happening. Why is this happening? Ended. Oh, well, okay. The stream is offset to the side for some reason. That's actually kind of on purpose, because sometimes it's hard to see stuff. You'll live. What if you do 2 on top, 2 on bottom? Well, but look, I just don't understand why it's exploding when I... Is it because, like, what is wrong with this rotor be the other way around? Like that, and then it attaches? Like, who knows? Top not deployed? Watch it. Okay, let's see if it explodes again. Why is it just wiggling? What is going on? Okay. Alright. I have a... We're going to... we have a better plan. Take one blade off and see... No, we have a better plan. We have a better plan. What we're gonna do is, instead of using this stupid structural piece, we're just going to take this guy. And we're gonna duplicate it. That's what we're gonna do. Oops. And then this guy, this bottom one, is going to not be motorized. It's not locked. And then this top one is motorized. Also, okay. And then, oh, these are the wrong plates. There we go. So, I just gotta change the action groups again. Okay. And then I have to make sure that they're deployed. Okay. Put that to 0. Okay, let's try this. Attach rockets to the blades so they spin in Mach 10. That is very Kerbal. Okay, let's see if it explodes again. So far, we're not exploding. Good. So far, so good. Now if I... Okay, those are going the wrong direction. Rotation direction, counterclockwise. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, so... Okay, so they should be... So at max thrust... Are they going the wrong direction? Okay. Now, if I spin them up... Okay, that is the wrong direction. Now it's the right direction. Sort of. Actually, it's not. It is very much not the right direction. This one's the right direction. This one's upside down. Okay, that's what's wrong. Okay, so I gotta put these ones on right side up. Wait a minute. Those are the same thing. That's why. That would explain a lot. Yeah, that would explain a lot. Okay, so I gotta select the alternate. This one. There we go. There we go. Now they're inverted relative to. That's what we wanted. Now we just gotta put the action group together, and we should be good to go. Okay, and I gotta deploy it. Put this at 0. Okay, save and launch. Let's try this. Must have been the POV of the Russian designers of the K-50. All right, okay, so now if we throttle up, good. And now if I turn on this motor, nope, still going backwards. Why? There we go. That's what we wanted. All right, let's throttle her up. Building helicopters is easy. Anybody who says otherwise is lying to you. See how easy this is? Wait, why aren't I going forward? I would like to go forward, please. See? Easy peasy. Kind of a death trap, but I actually don't know how I'm flying. I don't know why I'm not falling. Don't understand this. I don't know why I'm not... I don't know how I'm staying above the ground. That is a little confusing. Is there just, like, way too much... Is there just way too much power? Why aren't I going forward? That's what I want to know. Please take me forward. Why aren't I going forward? I mean, I'm technically going. It's just real slow. Blade pitch? It should just be oriented currently so that it applies a thrust in the direction that I'm pointing. And yet, I mean, how much battery do we have? We have so much battery. We could just go forever. Like, I don't know how I don't understand. I don't know how this is staying in the air. This is not... Yeah, I mean, it very well could just be that we have, like, too much power. But, we are definitely flying. Okay, well, we can go up, and then we can go down. And now I'm going down. See? I actually don't understand how we're going so slowly. Like, I've inverted the pitch. It should be applying like a negative force vector. So I don't know why we're falling so slowly. Oh, I need a button to... Oh, well, my Kerbals are alive. I need a button to kill the engine, the motor. So, like, that was a successful test flight, I would say. The Kerbals survived, which is good. Set engine to throttle. So, look, so here's what I was doing. So this is the orientation when we were, like, look, so you see the current orientation, right? If I just turn up the torque a little bit, just so this is the orientation it was going in, and then I just tilted, and it should just fly forward. Somehow it was maintaining going up as well. That I don't understand, but we can recover our vessel. I don't think that do I have... Yeah, I don't know. I know rotor speed and cyclic control are separate things. I'm aware. Oh, I need to go recover Valentina and Bill. They kind of just fell out of the helicopter. So, okay, I definitely need to put an action group for, like, I'll put it on the brakes. That's fine, but I also need to... we will do custom. We'll do this one. Nope. There we go. We want to increase motor torque. Is there a way to increase motor torque? Engage motor drive? I don't know what the gauge motor drive is. I know throttle doesn't... I made throttle control cyclic. I'm aware. I set it so that throttle control cyclic. But I need to adjust... with the current configuration, I don't have a way to change the change the motor speed. So toggle motor power is probably the right way to do it. There's probably, okay, adjust motor torque KSP action group. Torque limit or RPM limit to an axis group. This is not... That's not an option. This is not an option. Oh, okay, wait a minute. No, okay. Go to the action groups tab. Okay, fine. Select the motor. Torque limit action for the motor to assign it to an axis. Nope, that's not doing it. Weird. I'm not in career. Are you trying to adjust the blade attack? No, I know how to adjust the blade attack orientation. I'm trying to adjust the motor power. Oh, RPM limit. No, but I like that. I like that being where it is. The question is how do I adjust? I mean, like, I could just turn on and turn off the motor and just always keep it at max rotation, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. Toggle motor power. There we go. Okay, fine. Okay, so currently... There. Yeah, okay, that works. And then I can apply the brake to stop. Cool. Okay. In principle, I should be flying right now. It doesn't really look like a... Whoa. All right. So let's put these basically level. And now if I just... Let's turn on SAS. And if I just pick up that... I just don't like how much it's wobbling. Also, I don't know how we're flying when like, this is a little bit... Don't worry, I know how to fly. See? Okay, so currently here's our cyclic, right? And then if we... Oh, it's spinning the wrong way. Okay, that's why. Spinning the wrong way. That would do it. There we go. Okay, so we'll put up the cyclic a little bit. There we go. Now we can fly. See? Built a helicopter. We did it, boys. Easy peasy. Look, Ma, no hands. Okay, we're just gonna take this and we're gonna go fly over here. And we're gonna go land on top of the VAB. A little bit hard to control, but we're getting there. Okay, so I have a problem. Okay, so we're going to land. We will figure this out eventually. We're currently sinking. Just a little bit hard to fly. Okay, gotta learn how to fly this thing eventually. Oh, wrong way. Nope, wrong way. Okay, hold on. We gotta hover. Okay, we can figure this out, right? What's the right... Now, if I want to drop, I also would like to spin. If I would like to drop faster, do that. Okay, we didn't land exactly where we wanted to land, but we did land. Technically we landed. Not on the helipad, but like near the helipad, right? That's gotta count for something. Okay, we're just gonna try to take off. We're gonna try to go a little bit, just a little bit. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Oh, and that's how we explode. Okay, well, we tried. We almost did it. Fortunately, there's no one in it. Turns out flying a helicopter's hard. I actually suspect that this thing can probably still fly. That's the exceedingly funny part. See? We'll get there. We will get there. I just gotta orient properly. And then I gotta keep my throttle low. Okay. Okay. Gotta stabilize. Gotta stabilize. We're learning how to fly a helicopter, y'all. Okay, now that will tilt me that way. Okay, cool. And then I gotta tilt that way. Tilt that way to go back. Gotta stop somehow. Somehow have to stop going. A little bit more forward. A little bit back. Tilt a little bit. Nope. Gonna crash. Okay. Okay. Go back a little bit. All right. This is hard. Turns out landing a chopper is hard. We did it, y'all. We did it. I don't actually know why we are currently stuck in the ground, but we did land. I'm really not sure what's actually going on here. I don't really get that. Why are my feet sticking to the ground? There we go. We did it. Okay, it only took a while. Okay, so helicopters are awful. Turns out, I actually don't like that the legs are sticky. How do I turn off sticky? Because what happened is that nope. Turn off. Turn off. Okay, so we did land. Nobody got hurt. I don't actually even know what exploded. I know that something exploded. Didn't something explode? Oh, the front bit. The front bit fell off. I do have mechanical control of the pitch of the rotor blades, yep. Would a tail help to counteract when he just landed so it's not front heavy? It wasn't a front heavy issue, I just kind of crashed instead of landing. So, okay, we did it. We can recover the vessel. Whew. The pilots didn't fall out. The pilots were fine. There were no pilots. It was computer controlled. Now, we have the raffle copter. What do we do with it? Well, so Kerbal, we built, piloted, and landed this horrendous helicopter on the VAB. Oops. And it went fairly well. The question is, what do we do with it? Valentina is still alive, yeah. Helicopters are not very good, it turns out. The possible looking what is inside a black hole? Nope, you can't see inside. Is chat the passengers? Oh, you don't want to be the passengers. This is how you die. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Can you build it, make it large or small and all that stuff? Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We have an incredible launch vehicle. What we're going to do, we're gonna go get the Artemis Prime 7, as you do. This is our launch vehicle. Very, very big launch vehicle. This is going to be the Artemis Prime 8, by the way. We can detach our payload. Don't need it anymore. What we can do is we should get that helicopter over to Lathe. That's gonna be the pro strat. Pro strat is we're gonna get that helicopter over to Lathe. The helicopter would not work on the Mun, no. You build a rocket with this game? No. No, you cannot. Of course you can. This is called Kerbal Space Program. Of course you can build a rocket. The thing is to get to Lathe, we need okay, so we have how much delta V? We have like 8,000 delta V, which is like far too much delta V. We have 8,000 delta V. Is that enough to get to Lathe and back? The heli would not work on Minmus. There's no atmosphere. Okay, I need to open up the delta V map. Okay, how much delta V do we need to get to Lathe? So we need 3,400 to get out of orbit. We need 950 to get to a parabolic orbit. We need another, like, we want to get to the Joule system. We need like another, so that's 4,250, and then we need another 1,250, so that's 5,500 to get to Joule. And then, so we need 56, 60, and then to land on Lathe, oh, actually, no, we have the numbers there. It's 10,390 delta V to land on Lathe, or to circularize around Lathe. So we don't have enough, we do not yet have enough delta V, but we can make it. We can get enough delta V. That's what we're gonna do. So we gotta build a lander. We gotta get something that'll get us to Joule and back. So we're going to use rockets. We're not going to use ion drives. Ion drives are for the weak of mind and the weak of spirit. We're just going to build a small-ish rocket. Small-ish, I should say. Not super small, but small-ish. And we're going to put a... I don't know. I feel like that it should probably be... I feel like it should probably be kind of like a space station-y thing. So... And I guess... Okay, what mission helicopter on Lathe a success. Yes, let's... yeah, you guys tell me. Okay, so what do we need? We need to get to Lathe from low Kerbal orbit. Or low Kerbal orbit. That's probably not an issue. We can build probably a pretty small rocket. How much fuel does this thing have? 9 tons. Yeah, we could probably make do with just like one of these guys and then slap on like a poodle. That's probably fine. Well, okay, no, I lied. That's not fine. Oh, wait, no, we want the delta V measured in a vacuum. Okay, so that's like 6,000 delta V right there. Now, of course, that's probably not going to be enough because we're going to have a payload. But the thrust of 0.68 should be fine. Actually, do we need more thrust? More thrust is always nice. It gets you better. Okay, so the Poodle has an ISP of 350 in the vacuum, but the mainsail has an ISP of 310 in the vacuum. It has a lot more power, though. Could use a Skipper. Skipper has a little bit better ISP, I guess. A little bit, it weighs a little bit more, but it has a little bit, and it has a little bit lower ISP, but it does give us quite a bit more thrust, so we'll probably use the Skipper. I mean, we can also use the Vector. The Vector is always good, and has a ton of, but we probably don't need it. So, that's fine. I know you can use air-breathing engines on Lathe, but we're not going to. We're going to use a helicopter. Okay, so we'll put another stack of fuel on there. That's 5,000. That should be plenty. Now we want to have a crew module for these bad boys. I guess the goal will be to eventually get them home, right? Or do we want to land a base? Okay, here's the idea. Here's going to be the plan. The plan is that we're going to try to land a base on Lathe with the helicopter attached. We can send Valentina, she's very brave. Then we're going to send a second mission to Lathe with and the base will have a refueling depot. So it's going to have a mining vehicle attached. So the base will have a mining drill. Okay, so we actually are gonna need to do a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. The base is gonna have a mining drill, and it's going to have fuel tanks so that we can refuel things. And then we're going to launch a second base. And what it's going to do is it's going to be in orbit around Lathe, and the idea will be to have a space plane that can connect the base on Lathe to the base, or to the space station orbiting Lathe. That's the goal. So, we first have to get we'll land the first base. Yeah, we'll land the first base there. right? That'll be the plan. We'll land the first base there. The first base will have the helicopter. So this is just going to be a spent stage that we're eventually going to get rid of. So we can put a decoupler. Can you explain how a Bell inequality experiment relates to hidden variables versus true randomness? Well, so the Bell inequality experiments, all they get you is that there's no local hidden variables, but you can have global hidden variables too. Okay, actually, instead of doing that, we're just going to build the base first. And then we'll attach it to something, right? Isn't there like a horizontal? Seems weird that they would have to like. Ability? The passenger module. Oh, this is what I want. There we go. Okay, so there's our front door. Then we can do a cabin or a crew compartment. Attach on the side, damn it. Okay. And we will add one of these guys. And then we'll add two of these. Come on. There we go. Okay, so here is our... Then we can add a little ladder, so then they can get up and down. We'll just add a deployable ladder. Just check. Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Don't have to deploy that now. Don't worry, we're gonna get, don't worry, we will, there will be rockets involved. Favorite theorem? It's gotta be the Theorem of Gresham. It's so nice. Okay, so now what we need is we need a drill. We need a drill-o-matic mining excavator. Don't understand that, but don't understand why they both want to be on the same side. That's not cool, man. Oh, what is this? Stampo. Want to be safely on the ground. What better way to securely show your affection for gravity by clamping yourself to it? Oh, okay, that's smart. I can add one of these guys. Add a little clampy clamp. I don't actually know how this thing attaches. Seems to want to go here. But which way? Oh, we don't need no clamps. We can use legs. Craft is rooted weirdly. Yeah, that's probably true. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have a big drill. Right there. Probably raised a little bit. A little bit inside there. And then we're gonna have, now we need to see where the center of mass is. That's important. Because when we fly this thing, we need it to be balanced. So let's get some ore tanks. And so the drills will drill for ore. And then how do I process? Ah, there it is, the convertitron. That's what I want. That's a little bit much. The convertitron is going to live... Maybe we run 2 of them? No, we can just have one. We can just have one convertitron because there's no entrance back there. Okay. And so actually what we're going to do is we're just going to instead have both of the drills over here, just to hopefully help balance out the center of mass. I guess we don't need such a big convertitron, right? Because yeah, we can probably use a small convertitron. There we go. Then we can get rid of this. Okay, center of mass is decent. How much does this thing weigh? Wait a minute. This thing weighs 1.25, and then this thing weighs 1.25. Perfect. That's even better. So we will have 2 convertitrons, 2 of these little baby ones. Actually, this one weighs 4.25 tons, so we could actually just do. Let's go big or go home, right? We'll have 1 big one, and that's 4.25. So that means that we're gonna need like some of these. We're gonna need at least 3 of these, I think. And then we're gonna need some fuel tanks. We need some ore tanks rather that we can put over here. And this thing, that's 3.75, and this should put it smack dab in the middle. Because the convertitron, 4.25, each one of these is 1.75, and that's 0.5, so smack dab in the middle, right there. Now we don't have to bring the ore with us, although we can, it won't hurt. I just need the details, so it's 21 tons so far. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have the big one. Really, let's think about that. Oh, actually, there's a large holding tank. How much does the thing weigh when it's? So it's 21.895 right now. Oh, it's a center of mass thing. Center of mass issue. But for the sake of flying efficiently, what we're going to do is actually we are going to put that there, and then we'll just put one of these guys right here on top. Okay, that should be fine. And then we need to put some fuel tanks on the sides, so that way then, you know, we can actually store fuel. Too much fuel. I don't know why that just happened. Nope, I want it to be the other way. God. Nope. Okay, I would like it to be oriented the other way, please. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay, there we go. Good. Now, it doesn't have to be carrying fuel right now. Does this guy make Liquid fuel. Okay, it makes liquid fuel and oxidizer. Probably, you can also make prop. Oh, we got a super chat from That Bro Is Cool with the $10. Thank you so much. Do you have a favorite equation or one that everyone should know, even though they might not? Well, my favorite equation is the Einstein field equations, which is just like, it's one line, but not everybody needs to know that. It doesn't, you don't know anything unless you know what it means, and there's a lot of background knowledge that you need there in order to know what it means. Okay, so how much fuel can this thing hold? I wish that there was a way to tell how much fuel it could hold. I know that there is. I would love to. I'd love to know how to, figure out how much fuel there is, but that's okay. All right, so we want landing legs. We want big ol' landing legs. Why is this upside down? You're building a lathe base. That's probably fine, right? You also need radiators to use an IRSU radiator. That's true. Do. Although, do we really? Because we're going to be on Lathe, where there should be plenty of ability to diffuse heat. But we can just like slap some radiators on here. Okay, so far so good. Center of mass is still in the middle, which is really good. Remember that you saying that you have a PhD in mathematics. What is your take on mathematical Platonism? Seems to be the majority view in that domain. So I have a PhD in physics, in particular in mathematical physics. But I am, I guess, in the minority as far as mathematical Platonism is concerned. I don't think that mathematical Platonism is the correct view. Let's add some monoprop tanks just to be on the safe side. There we go. We got some monoprop. Now we need a way for a plane to dock to one end. So we need a docking port. But that might be a little bit too tall. So do we want to just use a clamp? Do we just want the clamp? When do we get cool sub emotes on Twitch? We're working on it. The game name is Kerbal Space Program, and it's an excellent game. It's very, very fun. Is that too tall for the space plane? No, that should be fine. I'm actually just gonna put a advanced grabbing unit over here just in case. Yeah, this is only 59,000, whatever. Why do people care about how much money it costs? God, you guys are such dweebs. It's a game. All right, so we got the radiators up. Which do you like better, physics or math? You cannot separate physics from math. They're very, very much in the same place for me. All right. Okay, so we're building a base. Base needs to have a helicopter landing pad. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we need the landing pad. Okay. So we're actually going to remove this. We're just going to take 2 of these. We're gonna do that instead. And we're gonna take this guy. I'm gonna put it over here. We'll just fill it with enough ore so that it's roughly in the center. Okay, that's actually emptying it seems. Oh, those should not be duplicated. There we go. Something, yeah, empty is probably fine. Now we can put a landing pad at the top. But the thing about the landing pad is I have to be able to land on the landing pad, which is hard. But we will build a landing pad nonetheless. Oh wait, no, we can't put that over there. That's where the ladder is. Yeah. Okay. Change of plans, it's going back on top. Okay. Is the super heavy lander enough for a Mun landing and return? I don't know what the super heavy lander is. So there's the ladder. We're going to put a landing pad. See, the thing about the helicopter is that we need it to be able to dock so that it can recharge its electricity. I guess it doesn't have to be able to dock, right? It can kind of just be like attached. Okay, we do need solar panels though. That's important. Add a docking port to the side. I have docking ports on either side, but we do need big solar. What do we want? We want those are all 8.3, 2.8. I mean, we could just use the Gigantor. No reason not to put 4 of them here, right? This should be plenty. I mean, how much fuel does this, or how much power does this thing use? The processor, it uses 30 per second. Yeah, we should have plenty. And the drills use 7. Yeah, that should be fine. We're gonna need some batteries, of course. What's the Newton experiment thing called? Would like to look more into it. Don't even know where to start. The Newton. Are you talking about the Cavendish experiment? If you're talking about the Cavendish experiment, well, that's what it's called. We can put these down here. There we go. There'd be plenty of batteries. And look, if we need to wait to recharge, that's okay. I guess we can always add some more solar panels over here, because you guys are right. The solar panel efficiency does depend on the distance to the sun. We'll add a pair of solar panels on each. This should be okay. Could you explain to me what TWR is? TWR is thrust to weight ratio. And so all it is it's just telling you if your TWR is greater than 1, then that means that your thrust is bigger than your weight, so you can go up. That's all it is. I know I don't need this many drills, but I want this many drills, and also it balances out the weight. Do we want a landing pad? Do we want to build a landing pad for the, no, the helicopter is just going to be separate, and it's going to have its own batteries, its own solar panels. That'll be the plan. Okay, now, here's, oops. I'm gonna have to reroute. The question is how the hell are we going to launch this? The one with the emitter shooting into the ground? What emitter? Yeah, you can assemble an orbiting space station, but okay, so we're gonna launch it like this, and we're just gonna straight up. No, our center of mass is actually like perfect for a straight up launch. We'll just lose a lot of efficiency, but that's totally fine. It's like nearly perfect for a straight up launch. So, okay, so am I missing any important pieces? We have a docking module there, we have a grabber there, we have some of this stuff here, we have a ladder so that people can get in. Do we want, I guess we could add some science. Oh, we should add a communications relay. That's a good idea. How far do we need to go? I don't actually know the appropriate distance. I guess we can use the communitron, right? Yeah, we'll just use a communitron. We'll put 2 of them, because I guess that's how you combine them these days. Combine, what are these called? Antennas. KSP. You to increased formulas based to generate. Okay, so double the antenna does not double the range. Oh, you just put multiple on. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll just put a few more. I actually don't know how far away Lathe is, but oh, wait a minute. No, we don't need big antennas on this because this is not the orbital space station. We just need an antenna that can find the. Oh, actually, because if we have one that's orbiting, yeah, that's fine. This is a relay antenna. Relay antennas are. So we don't need relay antennas. We just need like one little antenna or something like this over here. That should be fine. Just to see things in orbit. Okay. Now, the thing is once this is launched, we're gonna have a hard time getting it home, or we're gonna have a hard time rescuing it if needed. So, this thing needs a way to land. How long before we can regularly transport, say, 10,000 people at the time? I can't predict the future. How am I supposed to know? Parachutes are a good idea. I don't know how much weight a parachute can hold. So I don't know. A 10-ton lander wants 8 to 10 Mark 16 parachutes. All right, we're just gonna slap a whole bunch of Mark. We're gonna slap a whole bunch of these on. could use the science, or we can just slap on like a billion parachutes. This thing has a packed volume of 1,100 liters. Equation for specific heat capacity? It's going to be whatever way that you're measuring mass or moles times, well, if you want an equation for the specific heat capacity, there kind of isn't really something, at least not as far as I know. Okay, so we just want to slap a whole bunch of these on top, which is annoying because I don't want to go on top. Oh, a single vector engine's a good idea, actually. That's actually a very good idea. Under the center of mass. Yep. But then I'm gonna have to move these batteries, which is fine. I'm gonna be naughty. I'm gonna clip it. There we go. Add more radiators? No. I refuse. But these batteries can go up top. Actually, we'll just put the batteries on the side. It makes it easier if we spread them out. And then we can go put them over here too. Just to balance everything. There we go. Okay, where's the center of mass now? Why is the center of mass way over there? I don't understand. Oh, because it's oriented wrong. There we go. Okay. This thing's not gonna fly. This thing is not intended to fly. Oh, but you're talking about... Yes, that's a good point. For this thing landing, which it's gonna need a little bit of fuel to land. Yeah, it should drain at the same time from both of them, I think. And then we just gotta add a butt ton of parachutes. What gives mass? For fundamental particles, it's the Higgs boson. But for, more generally speaking, mass is just kind of the energy contained in a thing that is still there if the thing is at rest. What's the TWR on this thing anyway? Oh, it's plenty. Okay, I could just land the thing. Like, I could just do a suicide burn. It should be fine. We'll add a... Why can't I put anything on the side? Game is awful. I mean, it's not. It's just annoying. It just wants to go... But I'd like to... Okay. Because they're not these ones. Use radial parachutes? Yeah, I could, but they're so much smaller. Right? Like the radial parachutes are teensy tiny. Well, let's hope that's enough. That plus the rockets should be fine. Right? Should be fine. Okay, I gotta reroute. Okay, now, I think that this thing will fly. It has, okay, we have parachutes, we have fuel for landing, we have solar panels, we have radiators, we have drills, we have docking ports, we have batteries, monoprop, fuel, legs. I think we're good. We have reaction wheel. I do not have a reaction wheel. Nor do I have RCS. That's actually a good point. Although, I mean, it is just a lander, right? So it should just settle down. It doesn't need to be that rolled. But that's a good point. I should actually add some RCS at least. This thing's pretty heavy. Burner engines there. Put some burner engines up here. That should allow us to do just about everything that we need to do. It'll give us rotation, it'll give us that way. It won't give us that kind of rotation, which we might need. So for that, I will place another pair of Verners up here, or another set. There we go. That'll give us roll. We have roll there. We have that, and we have... Okay, that should be fine. Now, we have RCS. Oh, we need a computer. This thing has to have a computer. Otherwise, you know... We want a drone core. We want the Prodobodyme, Probodobo. There we go. Just a little computer, right? And then probably an SAS unit to help. What's the difference between the remote guidance? What does the remote guidance do that the... What does this do that the other one doesn't? Oh, it doesn't really have... It allows unmanned control. I thought that that's what the Probodobodyne does. Okay, we'll just have both. We're just gonna have both. There we go. Nobody get mad at me. And then maybe we'll have an SAS unit. A big one. Yeah. Do you have relay to Kerbal, or the core? Not yet, but we will. This thing is supposed to be fully functional at some point, but why don't you use mods? Because sometimes it's fun to play a game without mods. Not every game needs mods. All right. This is going to be, we need a name. We need a name for this Lathe lander. Thoughts? What you guys got for me? Dr. Drill. Dr. Drill is pretty good. So Dr. Drill, Diplo 1. Land Kerman. Somebody said I need more radiators. How much radiating power does this one get? Eight should be fine, actually, for one IRSU, or one convertitron. Produces, so each active conversion mode requires 200 kilowatts of cooling. This guy, each one of these does 200 kilowatts. So it should be fine. I have 8. I mean, I can move them closer. That won't hurt anybody, but won't be able to run for very long at night. I mean, that's okay. It doesn't need to run 24/7. The only reason why I have these here is so that I can refuel the space plane, right? All right, we need the name again. We need to figure out the name. Okay, hold on. No, we got it. We did it. Yeah, this is a nearby part. Unless that's not a nearby part. I don't know, is that not a nearby part? Like, maybe not. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is the drill pickle. That's what we decided on, right? Drill pickle. That is the official name now. Okay, you know what? We're gonna wing it. Like, worst case scenario, we just gotta let it like run in slow mode, but it'll be fine. Okay, we should be good to launch. Now I just have to change the route. Okay, never mind, it's right. Okay. Oh, I should probably add... Probably add a decoupler here. There we go. There's a decoupler. Okay, now we have to go load the Artemis Prime 8. Oh, this is not where I want it to be. We want to be at the VAB. I'm gonna load the Artemis Prime 8. Here's our launch vehicle. Now we're gonna need a big rocket to stick on top of this thing. We'll disassemble this for now. Okay. We need a separator. Which is fine. Oh, it should not be in mirror symmetric mode. And then we got to add a big rocket on top. Bigger. Just to get the lathe. This is going to be annoying to build. Okay, we're actually going to open the drill pickle. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the rocket down here. And then we are going to... Okay, so that's the rocket. Now we have the separator. Where's this? Wait a minute. Oh, it's a docking port. Oops. That could have been really bad. There we go, separator. And then we just gotta slap a big old rocket down here. Big old rocket. Not big enough. Oh, that might be too heavy. Yep, that's too heavy. 171 tons. 2000 delta V. Maybe add a heat shield on top? Or we're just gonna put the whole thing in a cone. Here's the thing, it's getting really heavy. Like without this, the thing is 58 tons. Actually, 58 tons isn't so bad. And we don't need that much thrust, actually. We can make do probably with like a poodle, you know. Like a poodle down here. We really don't need that much thrust. Tiny thrust. Maybe we just do a mainsail? Good old, the classic mainsail. TWR of 0.94 is plenty once we're in space. And but we do need more fuel. 156 tons. What are we at now? 197. 203 tons, we can launch this. Okay. We can launch this. There's 2086 delta V. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We need to... Yeah, that's not going to be enough. We need more fuel. Yeah, I think that we might have to go nuclear, actually. Which is annoying, but it is the reality that we live in. Because it's a long way to Lathe. It's a really long way. Where did it go? Where did the adapter go? Oh, there it is. We can still have one of these big guys for our fuel tank. Empty out the oxidizer. Asparagus staging nuclear engine setup. That seems like too much. I'll play it. Mount. That's what we want. We want to... If I just slap one of these guys, and then I put on four engines, that gives us 2,800 delta V. Very, very tiny TWR. We don't need a huge TWR. I know, I've already cut the oxidizer, I'm aware. Okay, we're actually gonna use a little bit less fuel. We gotta do this right, that's the trouble. We'll grab one of these. Slap that there. Only 13, oh, wait, this isn't a vacuum. That's really bad. All right, I think we're gonna I think we have to asparagus stage, actually. Yep, we're gonna asparagus stage what we gotta do. We just have to pay attention to the mass. We have basically an upper mass limit of 200 tons. So that's what we have to work with. Yeah, we're on Twitch. We will just do 6. Decent TWR. Not enough fuel. But as long as we add, oh, these should definitely start out retracted. I'm doing that. Oh, I don't like that solar panel where it is, actually. Might break it. If it breaks it, it's not the end of the world. We have plenty of solar panels. Oh, radial decouplers. Yep, that's what I need. Yep, totally need that. Come on. Nope, it didn't latch. There we go. And then I can lower them. There we go. Radial decouplers, good. So now I need to add my asparagus staging, or my asparagusing. Well, they're all gonna fire at once. All of the rockets will fire at once, always. Okay, so all of these, they can go down here. And then also these can go down here. Okay. But what we need is the... Oh, and these should all be empty of oxidizer. Good. 4,000 delta V might be enough, but we can do better. Opinions on KSP. KSP2, don't like it. Now here's what we're gonna do to get rid of these. We're going to need separators. We're gonna do this strat. We're gonna have a peel away. And actually, I'm gonna make it so that they are slightly lower. That when they do peel away, they don't hit anything. That should be fine. Can I actually build spaceships? Yeah, of course you can. So now those separators, I have to split them. Those need to go in several different states. How do I split? I know there's a way to do this. Split symmetry. No, there's a way to do this. Ungroup parts and staging. Expand the group. This expands the group. Select individual. Left click individual part with it expanded to deselect it. Create new stage. Click and drag the remaining. Okay, sure. So if I do something like this. Well, okay, hold on. I only want. Okay, so these two will go first. They're going to feed into the ones on the. We're gonna feed into the. We need a fuel tank. No, we need a fuel line. You can attach them, but it's easier to get them to be symmetric this way. There we go. Okay. Wait, you only answer super chats? No. It's just sometimes I'm, looking up the game rather than the chat. So, sorry. Okay. So we have. Why are the drills touching? The drills, why are they so high? There we go. It should be like that. I don't know why they raised up. It's not going to be aerodynamic, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Okay, so just checking the fuel. So we have fuel going from here to here into there, and then we have fuel going from here to here into there. Okay, fine, that's good. And then we gotta take, so this is the first stage. That's gonna blast off. And then we need the second stage, which is not that one and not that one. That's gonna go there, and then that will go there. And then the decouplers have to be paired as well. With their relevant. So not that one, not that one. Yes, that one, not that one, not that one. Drag and put here. We gotta go here. Oh, staging is gonna be oh, I'm gonna keep that. Not that one, not that one, and then those go here, and then these go here. Okay, staging should be set. Okay, we should be good there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. Okay. And then we have the decoupler there, and then we have all of that. Okay, so this should be fine. So they'll go off there, there, there. Good. Okay. I think that we're fine on the staging here. We have to add another decoupler. Not a decoupler, separator. The atomic rocket for first stage. No, this isn't the first stage. This is the second stage. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. For separator reasons, that's required. And then, where is that rocket now? Okay, and then this separator be way down here. There we go. And I'm gonna add some struts just to make myself feel better. All these guys can glue together. You can all glue the main rocket. Add some struts, I don't know, here. Oop, not what we want. Go back there. We can add okay, we're just not gonna add any. This can glue, I don't know, there. This can glue there. Okay. I know I'm losing delta V to the weight of the nuclear rockets, but the fortunate thing is that we have asparagus staging. So we have what, 3,200, 4,200, 5,000 delta V should be fine. Yeah, single launch space station. That's or actually this is a lander. So we actually don't need all of these rockets, perhaps. But I really hate low TWR burns. They suck super hard. In fact, this central, I actually don't even like that. Isn't there a way to get four rockets there? Like a mount or something? Can you put these on the bottom though? To like attach to all four? Is that a thing? If I put this engine plate. Well, I'm looking for the plate. There are no engine plates. There's grip pads. There's structural plates. There's an engine mount. Everybody keeps saying engine plate. Okay, so we were talking about the same thing. Okay, in coupling. Coupling. There are no, I see no engine plate. No, there's no engine plate here. Okay, you know what? We'll just go with what we have. This will just the last stage will just be really low EWR, but we shouldn't need it. On shrouds? Four engines, 40 couplers, 1 4 times connector upside down. Yeah, that'll work. Actually, that's the idea. That's a good idea. That's the pro strat. Okay, and then we can get these 4 little stack separators. There we go. Now these have to go there. And then we want the mount. We want this guy. There we go. Love that. And then we just want an adapter or something. Okay, now this is a workable thing. We can work with this. This is the drill pickle. All right, now that that's saved, let's open back up the Fartimus Prime stage, or Fartimus Prime 8. And now we have to slap that. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Before I do that, I want to load up the drill pickle. What's the mass? The mass that we have? Oh, we are too heavy. We are far too heavy. Okay, we're gonna dump some mass from. Yeah, we're gonna dump some mass from some of these engines, which is unfortunate, but it's what we have to do. We're going to use half as many engines, I think. Oh. We wouldn't even be able to get to orbit, unfortunately. 220 maybe is doable. 238 is maybe doable, but it's pushing it. But that's okay. We'll do our best. For those need. Okay, this might be launchable. 238 tons. I think we can do it. You can take some of the weight out of that. That didn't really help. Didn't help all that much. But we can take out the monoprop. That save us a few tons. We don't need monoprop for that, for this, for the launch stage anyway. We just need fuel. Anything else that I can take out? No. That's okay though. We'll try to launch this. If it doesn't launch, it doesn't launch. It's not the end of the world. Okay, now we have to go back to the Fartimus Prime 8. And then we gotta load in the drill pickle and merge it. Oops, that's incorrect. I need to go change the route. Route is currently that. Gotta change it to that. There we go. Now I can move it around properly. Why bring locks with nuclear engines? I'm not bringing locks. I mean, there's locks for a later stage. Oops. There we go. That is our current, I don't know what that strut's doing. But you should be attaching here. There we go. Okay, here's our current rocket. Just got to make sure that our nuclear staging is correct. A feeling that it's not, unfortunately. Yes, our nuclear staging is all sorts of thrown off, and I hate that it does this. Okay, so that's our nuclear stage. Our nuclear engine stage. That can just go way up here. Way up here. That's our decoupler stage, right? And we gotta take our other decoupler stage, this one, which decouples our nuclear engines from there. Gotta move it all the way up. There, I think. Yeah, that'll decouple those, and then our rockets will fire. We have parachutes, and we're still missing all of our separators. Oh, this is so annoying. I hate restaging. I hate restaging. Aren't you the professor that failed a ton of students? I mean, I failed like a dozen or so. That's what you're getting at, but otherwise, no. Must be thinking of somebody else. Okay, so then this go into its own. That one and that one. Those are my first asparagus that goes way up here. A dozen in one class. Yeah, out of like 150. So it's not so surprising, right? Okay, so then those will break off first. All the rockets will fire. And then we gotta go grab the other. You played KSP in your classes? No, I didn't. Okay, so those are all downstairs rockets, I believe. And then we gotta put this and these go together. What are you trying to do? Oh, we're launching a space station. Or rather, we're launching a distant planetary body lander. And we're doing it in one go. So it's, did they cheat or just not do the work? Oh, they cheated. They cheated repeatedly. They were caught and then they cheated again. That's why I failed them. Yeah, it was a big yikes for them. Okay, so that's the correct order there. The correct order there. Wasn't Blitz a TA that failed them? No, I was the instructor. I was not a TA. And then those will launch, and then those should not be at the same time. This should be at the very, very tippy top. Like here, and I should probably put that there. And then where is this separator? That separator is probably here. So that needs to go. We're almost done, y'all. Almost done staging. You always gotta check your staging, though. Learn that from, is one tank empty? Oh shoot. Oh my god, do I have to redo all of the staging? I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if I have to redo all of that. Oh. I am very sad now. Okay, time to redo all of the staging. I don't even know where those are. Where are these? Okay, so this thing goes way up here, I think. Way above all of those. Okay, so that's these. That goes here. Why is that rocket firing there? That rocket goes down here. Okay, we'll start from the top. Okay, and then after that, where's the decoupler? Where's that decoupler? There, okay. Take this decoupler and we move it up here. So it goes parachutes, then rocket, then decoupler. From LELs with the €5, any fun topic you never get to talk about while you redo all of the staging work? Oh, I never get to talk about? Honestly, I get to talk about anything I want with you guys. That's the lovely part. Okay, now then we have those decouplers firing. That should be after the rockets, right? There needs to be a rocket stage that's like here, where all of those rockets fire, wherever they are. So that is going to be, where are all of those rockets? Okay, it's these guys. And then these guys, and then these guys. I'm just gonna double check that that hits all my rockets. I don't know why those, oh, okay, yeah, that should be fine. I don't know why these aren't joint, but it's whatever, they should all fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have the other 6. Okay, that should be fine. Then we need this decoupler, which is somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, well, let's move that up. We're going to Lathe. That's the goal. Let's move this up all the way. To there, I think. No, it goes a little bit higher. Goes there. Then those rockets fire. Then that decouples. Then that decouples. And then we have our asparagus staging. But what about the asparagus staging for this stuff? Oh, this asparagus staging needs to be moved too, which is annoying, but that's okay. It won't take long. That goes there, and that goes there. And this goes above all of that asparagus staging. Like there. Technically it goes even higher still. It goes there. Okay, that's the first. We gotta go find the next. We'll get there. It's just I have to redo all of it, which is so annoying. Then we have our next stage of asparagus. Is here. And there's our, wait a minute, where did they go? Where's our separators? Okay, here's the separators. Here, and those go there. Why is it asparagus if it's more like a garlic? It's asparagus because it's like tubes that, I don't know. It's just what it's called. Okay, so I'm just double checking. So we have that asparagus, then we have that asparagus. And now we just need one more asparagus stage. We have to go grab it. I believe it's these. Those are the ones that go inward, right? Okay, perfect. So we can just put this here, put that there, grab those, then move them up. We're almost there. Right there. Okay. Now, in principle, all of the staging should be correct. We're just going to go over one more time and then we'll launch. Okay. So we have our parachutes first, then our landing rocket, then that stage. Then we're going to eject these with asparagus. And we're going to eject these with asparagus. And we're going to eject these with asparagus. Okay, that's the correct ordering. And all of these will fire immediately. Before we do that, though, we pop those caps. Then we pop that separator. We pop the fairing. And then we have this asparagus staging, which should be in the correct order. This shouldn't need touching. Okay. Now we just have to build a fairing, which is hilarious. Y'all, our fairing might be too big, or might not be big enough. Okay. Change of plans. Need a bigger fairing. What was a tourist trap you visited that was worth the stop? What was the tourist trap we visited that was worth the stop? Oh, yeah, you know, that's the first thing I thought of too. So when we were in Estonia, in Vilnius, the capital? No, Tallinn, I'm sorry. Tallinn's the capital of Estonia. When we were in Tallinn, Estonia, we went to this like medieval style tavern where they super upcharge you and then they make you jab for pickles with a fork from a barrel, and it was fun. It was expensive, but it was fun. We cannot. This is not safe. All right. Hello, Evelyn. Oh. Okay, she doesn't want to be here. Okay, so we have a problem. And the problem is that this fairing is not big enough. So let's go see if there's bigger fairings. This may be the largest fairing that we have access to, unfortunately. And I feel like if I undo it, then, yeah, that is the largest fairing. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna wing it. We'll send Doffrey. Doffrey, he'll be fine. I want to control it from here. So, here's what we're gonna do. What happens if a fairing intersects, flips into a part? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to add this fairing, but the fairing is going to, it's just gonna end up clipping a little bit. It's okay. There we go. It's fine. I don't know why the fairing is not in the staging. Oh, fairing not staged? Fairing staged. Where's the fairing stage? Where's the fairing staging? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I don't know why it moved, but... Alright, well, let's just launch the thing. What's the worst that could happen, right? Yeah, a nose cone on the clipped fairing? I could, but like... It's too big. So we're just gonna dry launch it. Don't worry, it's only Doffrey. Doffrey will be fine. Do we have enough thrust? I hope we have enough thrust. Just double checking. Yeah, we have 1.4 TBR. Okay. Here goes nothing. I don't even know if my computer will be able to handle this. Oh, why? Okay. All right. To infinity and beyond. I don't even know if this thing will make it to orbit, to be honest. This isn't Jeff. This is Doffrey. We don't trust this. Doffrey is. We don't care as much about Doffrey. That's why Doffrey is going. All right, we're gonna have to cut our engines soon, and they burn out, and off they go. So far, so good. Got stage separation, that's a good sign. Still going pretty slow. Oh, it's loud, I'm sorry. There we go, how about that? Oh, I might be losing control. Trying to break the sound barrier. Okay. We should be stabilizing. Cool. I'll burn out in just a few moments. This is a really hard rocket to control at this speed. Still loud? Shouldn't be. I turned it way down. Oh no, it's loud on TikTok. That I will have to fix after the launch is over, because I have to be very, very careful. Is that better? Hopefully that's better for TikTok. There we go. Okay. Almost no sound on YouTube now. Okay. I think we're gonna make it, y'all. We might even make it to orbit. Should angle up just a smidge. Oh boy, yeah, we have to angle up a lot. Our apoapsis is way too high, or way too low. We basically turned over too fast. Okay, good. We're good. Ooh, wow, that's fancy. Hope things don't explode. We should be pretty high in the atmosphere, so we shouldn't really risk exploding at this point, but... I can't risk throttling down. I need to actually throttle up. Well, maybe I do need to throttle down now. But our apoapsis is just not high enough. Okay, I think that we're gonna be good on heat. It's still hot, but we're not going so fast. I don't think that we should have an issue. Yes, this is plasma around the ship. Okay, cool. We didn't lose anything. I don't think that we lost anything. We didn't lose legs. Okay, we made it out of the thickest part of the atmosphere. Our apoapsis is approaching orbit. Orbital heights. And we can kill the engines. Perfect. We did it. We did it, y'all. Made it to orbit with no explosions to be found. Well, we're not... We're actually not in orbit yet. I can't kill the engines either because that's our control. But we will get to orbit soon. Decouple that fairing. We're not high enough. I know 70,000 is orbit. I know, but I have to keep the thrust up just a little bit, so then we can actually maintain our orientation because we're still in the atmosphere. So I got to raise it just a little bit. Because we are very not aerodynamic. Could have put the base vertically on the rocket so it would be more aerodynamic. Yeah, and then it wouldn't be the rocket that I wanted to launch. All right, we're on our way to orbit. We can probably do some physics warp. Just gotta wait till we get to the 70,000 threshold, and we should be good to go. Okay, perfect. We're in orbit. Or we're not in orbit necessarily, but we are we are out of the atmosphere, and so now we can add a maneuver and raise that apoapsis. Okay, cool. Did I add an SAS unit? Very, very small one. Do you think we will ever be able to build an Alcubierre drive? I think not. Where's the base headed to? It's headed to Lathe. It is possible to slowly re-enter the atmosphere, but that requires rockets, right? You go constant speed in space and stick out a hand, would it feel like you're not moving at all? Yeah. You'd also probably have a bad time because you shouldn't stick out your hand in space. Look how beautiful it is. How beautiful this planet is. Is Tars on board? No. Tars is not on board. We actually have plenty of fuel. We should be fine. Joffrey did a good job. Is apoapsis the minimum height required for orbit? Apoapsis is just the, that is the place where your, it is your highest point in your orbit. All right, so we have a launch, we have a burn in 12 seconds or so. Yeah, we got a visual mod. Somebody sent it to me. Bet Q-top will arc you curve and is flat. He probably will. All right, we have a burn shortly, so we gotta focus. Focus. Burn. And we should be in orbit, basically. Next burn, yeah, this burn is to bring up the other side of the orbit. So whenever you're doing an orbit, you first get to space, like I did. Then you wait till you get to the peak of your orbit, and then you burn there to raise the other side of your orbit. So now, we have a nice circle. Yeah, the computer didn't blow up. Absolutely. So, the next step, I have no idea why we are spinning. Shouldn't be spinning. Now we have to get to Lathe. That's the hard part. The Lathe is way out here. That's where we want to go. So if I want to escape, if I want to get to a higher orbit, then I have to, and I have no idea when the next good orbital. I should actually probably raise my orbit, just so then I have a little bit more time. Joffrey's going to be in orbit for a long time. Yeah, it's called circularizing. So the plan is to basically catch Ghoul over here. Oh, that's actually not so bad. That's actually not bad at all. Okay, let's fiddle with the maneuvers a little bit. Well, I guess... why send this entire base in one launch? Because I wanted to. How realistic is this game? It's pretty realistic. It does a pretty good job. So, what we're going to do... Unfortunately, we have a little bit of an incline issue. It's not huge. It's not a huge issue. But it is a little bit annoying. I guess we can always fix it over here. So if I on our way out, we adjust here. Wrong way. On our way out, we adjust there. We will be a little bit too slow. So we need to... 29 years. Okay, the other thing is we can try to catch it. It's going to take a lot more... Actually, I don't need... Yeah, the thing is there's no way we can catch it on the go-around, right? Okay, what we could do is we could lower our orbit, come around to the other side. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Because we want to save some time in some sense. We don't want Joffrey to be out here for like 20 years, right? So let's try a... let's try another... Let's do another change, or another idea. We're going to try to lower our orbit instead. Because if we lower our orbit, then when we swing around, we can maybe catch it on the way in. You know what the transfer angle for Joule is? Not off the top of my head. I could probably find it. 90 to 96 degrees ahead of Kerbal. Yeah, that's a problem because it's not. Okay, so do you just want to leave Joffrey in orbit, or Joffrey in orbit forever? We could do that. Yeah, we'll just, and it won't be forever. It'll just be for a little bit. It'll be for like a year. Okay, we'll just leave him in orbit for like a year. By the way, you don't want to see what's going on. But it'll just take a minute. We're just waiting for basically, so Joule is here. We need Kerbal to be like here in its orbit, around 90 degrees behind it. And then we'll be able to transfer to Joule. Are Kerbals immortal aging-wise? Yeah, they are. Where does space expand to? It doesn't expand to anywhere. It happens inside. First run in science. No, this is sandbox mode. Happening to the nav ball. It's flipping out because we're passing through like a day in like a fraction of a second, and so it's just freaking out. Yeah, they don't need food or air either. Okay, so we're pretty close to the transfer orbit, so should be in the ballpark of where we need to be. Control locked? Why are we control locked? Did we run out of power? Oh, we did run out of power. That's annoying. I didn't think about that. Where's Joffrey? What's the button to get out? One sec. Okay, so we ran out of fuel, or we ran out of power, and I forgot to deploy these. So I'm gonna have to have Joffrey get out. Actually, can we just fire the engines a little bit? I can't even fire the engines. Okay, so Joffrey is gonna get out, gonna turn on his little baby jetpack, and we are going to go. Oh. we would like to extend this solar panel. There we go. Now, I know that there's a way to aim camera. Okay, there we go. That will give us just enough power that we can control the rocket again, which is what we need to do. And now I can probably deploy all of the stuff that I need to deploy. Put those lander legs. We also probably want to get rid of this fairing. You know what I realized? This thing's gonna burn up in Lathe's atmosphere. Oops. There's no heat shield to protect it. Whatever, I guess. I guess we'll see it, and then if it fails, it fails. Okay. Good. Now we can... I think we stopped a little bit early. Okay, so now we want to add a maneuver node. Right about here. That's why you have that little engine. Well, yeah, it is a, but the thing is there's just not a lot of fuel in that little engine. So, okay, show me maneuver mode. No, not maneuver mode. Show me maneuver. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. So, where'd it go? Where'd it go? What's happening? Where's my orbit? What? Why isn't my orbit? Where's it going? I don't think it's a Mun intercept, is it? Am I crashing into the Mun? No, it's not a Mun intercept. No, no Mun intercept. Turn up the draw limit for the patch conics. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. There we go. Apply. Good call. Now that's a pretty good intercept. Not quite there, but it's pretty good. So oh, what's that? Is that an intercept? That looks like it's an intercept. Looks like it's a flyby. Not enough. Not close enough. Actually just move the orbit closer. What is Joule? Joule is the equivalent of Jupiter. Remember to get a gravity assist off of Tyler or Lathe. I could, yeah. But that would require advanced planning that I don't have. Oh, we'll do our best, but no guarantees. Okay, now I would like to... not optimal, right? It's because I'm coming in at an angle, which is not the same angle. So, I mean, this is like a pretty good intercept, but it's just not the best it could be, right? A little on the far side. It's pretty far. So instead, what I'm going to try to do, are there black holes? Let's all experience the event. No, there are no black holes in this. So instead, what I should probably do is I should probably adjust my inclination. Actually, that's like a perfect inclination too. Perfect. Yeah, I can, you know what I'll do? We'll do our best to get as close as we can. And then we're just gonna do a mid-flight correction burn. It's really not bad. I just want to make sure it's close. Yeah, that's really not bad, right? Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be kind of a long burn, and we don't have all of the fuel for it, but we should have some. So actually, we don't have the TWR for it either. Well, we can try. Gotta rotate a little bit. Yeah, the thing is there's just a little bit of there's just gonna be some trouble because this stage has plenty of TWR, like 0.94 is great, but the next stages really don't, and so yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit of a mess, but we'll do our best. It's a 2-minute burn. Okay. All right. Almost time to. We're almost at the maneuver node. Are we losing altitude? We're hardly losing altitude. The physics accuracy is pretty good here, yeah. Okay, now let's fast forward to our trajectory, or our maneuver rather. This contraption is a single launch lathe lander. Oh my god, guys, I forgot the one thing that I meant to include. I forgot the helicopter. We forgot the helicopter. It'll just have to be another mission sending it there. Yeah, we'll have to bring it on the next trip. It'll be fine. All right, burn starts in 15 seconds. Burn it, send it now, you have the window. Yeah, no, I should. I mean, this thing is, we're not getting to Lathe today. Because we're in the right window, so. That's actually a really good call, though. Can re-entry heat be avoided by slower speed? Yeah, but you have to burn fuel to slow down. This staging is going to be a little bit of a problem here, but we'll do our best. You need to slow down in the atmosphere, though, if you want to not crash into the planet. If I discovered a star planet, what would you name it? Probably whatever the standards are. Or, you know, discovering these things. Turn on RCS for the nuclear stage, the engines have no gimbal. That's true, they do not have gimbal. Why is my apoapsis tanking? Okay, no, we're good. I actually have to make sure that we haven't drained the... That's fine. Okay, I think that we're okay. Alright, now we're about to lose this stage. About to have stage burnout. Oh boy, that's really bad. Why didn't my rockets fire? Why aren't my rockets firing? That's really bad. Why aren't these rockets turning on? What? Why didn't my rockets turn on? Oh no, okay. We're turning around. We're sending Joffrey home. We gotta activate these rockets manually. I don't know why the staging didn't work. You don't think that they have fuel cross feed? The staging should have happened automatically. I don't know why it didn't. Joffrey will be fine. He's not out of the Kerbal system yet. We're just gonna have to run another launch. I know that there's a way to... This isn't brain surgery, it's rocket science. Yeah, probably. Well, now you don't need the extra run for the helicopter, that's true. I'm decent at docking in orbit, yeah. I have no idea if this thing can even land on Kerbal, but it's gonna have to. How many goals do you have for KSP? I don't know. Ever done a debate AMA style stream on the UAP phenomenon? Nope. Because I don't really care so much about it. Rockets knew you forgot the helicopter. Just keep it in orbit. No, I lost all of my fuel. Also, I hate the... I would like to focus on Kerbal. I don't know the button to focus on Kerbal, but I know that there's a way to do it. Hilda. Hilda? Ah, there we go. Thank God. Thank you for that. Basically have to... Okay, good. We're not gonna get lost in space. That's good. What's happening is that for some reason the engines didn't fire. And so now we have to... I mean, at least the separators worked, but I don't understand why the engines didn't fire. That was very confusing. Like, it's staged correctly. Also, the cross fuel... The asparagus staging isn't working either. These should be draining first. There we go. This just needs to have higher flow priority, and these should drain first. Were the engines on? You turn them off? Nope. They just didn't fire when I staged them. No, it was going to be a jewel burn, but now it's a rescue burn. Okay, that is enough to land, so we can kill our rockets. Yeah, we were going to go to jewel, but then a freak accident happened. Now I really gotta kill the speed. We're hoping that it'll survive re-entry. That's the hope. I'm gonna use as much of the nuclear fuel to slow down as we can. And then we're gonna separate off the nuclear rockets, and we're going to use the vector to slow down as much as we can. I mean, I guess I could. But, like, the thing is yeah, I probably should have done, like, a few passes. I guess in principle I could still do that. At a radial out. Yeah, that's probably the play, actually. Just so then we get a few pass-bys. $44,000 is probably fine, and I can keep burning a little bit too. How comes there's YouTube messages that I don't see? Because we're on two separate YouTube accounts. We're on a vertical and a horizontal live stream. Okay, let's bump that up to like 50,000. That should be okay. All right, I'm actually gonna pop the stage, just so then they don't get in the way later. There we go. Now we're gonna enter the atmosphere, and hopefully we won't burn up. There is no such thing as anti-gravity. Not as far as I know. I should probably tuck in these. Cracked. 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 I know. I know I can set those action groups. I didn't think I would need it, which is why I didn't. Okay, so we're actually just gonna let it swing around a few times. Lead off some excess speed. As long as we don't burn up, we're... Oh, it's very, very hot. Cracked. Cracked. Where is Joffrey? Tell me that he is here. Okay, good. Why can't I slow down time? There we go. Okay. We're gonna get another. We're probably gonna have one more pass going. Now, Joffrey, transfer to here. Gonna be safer. There we go. Okay. First time seeing me on Twitch? Well, welcome. Glad that you're enjoying it. With the $5 from Lathe just paying the goat tax, I appreciate that. Your contributions do encourage. The thing is when I do debates, when I do Ask a Physicist, the realistic thing is that people send more super chats. So if you guys like the Kerbal Space Program content, the way to encourage me to do it more frequently is to support the live stream when I'm doing this. Otherwise, it's just like, I enjoy doing all of it. So the reality of the, like, I would just do an Ask a Physicist instead. We're gonna land Joffrey safely, or Joffrey safely rather, and then we are going to call it a day, and we're gonna try another Jewel landing tomorrow, or not tomorrow, sorry, next week. Showgirlable, thank you for the $2. It's appreciated. You guys are very, very generous, very, very kind. Oh shit, somebody got a Prime. I actually haven't monetized Twitch yet. I haven't figured that out, so we'll get there, but I don't actually know if we'll make another orbit. If we'll be able to. I mean, we're dipping pretty low in the atmosphere, but we'll see. Yeah, the Artemis mission was cool. That's actually not why I picked up the game, though. I picked up the game, well, I used to play the game a lot, and then I picked it up again recently because somebody suggested I do so. Getting hot, but I don't think that we're burning up. We are burning off speed. We're getting there. We're gonna go for the safe entropy. Why do people teach GR with R and not T or Q since they're equivalent? Oh, because probably historical. I mean, like, the people who do GR is almost exclusively with R and not T or Q, right? So, like, that's the people who teach it are going to be the people who, you know, make these decisions. Maybe burn the remaining fuel to decelerate. I will on my last pass. I just didn't want to. I just wanted to get as much as I could out of the atmospheric braking. But we actually are going to. I'm actually going to burn a little bit here. That way, then we can stay in the atmosphere, or so that we can re-enter the atmosphere in the on the day side. So I would just prefer that. Makes for an easier landing, more controlled. Now I actually want to burn prograde a little bit to raise my orbit, because it's 19,000 kilometers is real low. Like, we can do like 30,000 perhaps. That should probably get us to where we need to be. This game is called Kerbal Space Program. Why do you believe that space can expand and do other tricks like curving? Space don't emit light. Space isn't involved, like, being able to emit light or not is not really involved. We can measure those features. Physicist, you named it Artemis Prime. Look, chat named it Artemis Prime, don't blame me. Now, the correct thing, I think, would probably be to... Alright, let's think about this. The correct thing, I think, would be to just discard my, my nuclear rocket right now, and instead rely on the vector, because if the nuclear rocket explodes, it could explode the rest of the rocket just by being there. So I think that we're actually going to just decouple. And we're instead just going to control from here. There we go. I'd like that thing to be off me, please. I have no idea if we'll be able to land this thing. Like, honestly, no idea, but we'll do our best. Why are you braking? Or I don't understand. I'm trying to land this thing. Any tips on how to get good at KSP? I don't know. Actually, I don't have any tips. I don't know how to get good at this game. Aim for the bushes. The decoupler got stuck. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this fuel that we have to basically try... I have no idea what just happened. I would like to control from here, please. That's the wrong direction. That is the wrong direction. Okay, so it turns out that my that is upside down. Oh, and we are... There's no way this thing's gonna make it home safely. There's no way. The center of mass is killer. It's all sorts of off. No way we're making it home. I mean, the Berniers are doing their best, but... Basically, I'm gonna burn every time that the temperature gets high. I can't watch. What is happening is that we're trying to land a spaceship when it really shouldn't be landing. Hold D and burn. Now this is how you burn up in the atmosphere, by the way, just so everybody knows. Pro strats on how to burn up in the atmosphere. Actually, the wobble might help us here. Might help us increase our drag and spread out the thermal load. I actually think that we might be okay. If you spin all sides, it gets evenly hot. Yeah, that's true. This is not Lathe, this is Kerbal. Gotta get that nice even roast. Joffrey will be fine. We're actually we're just about to hit 1,000 meters per second, so we actually will be fine. See? Why does it keep taking screenshots? All right. Yeah, we're actually gonna make it home. This is, well, okay, there's the secondary factor of, I actually don't know if we have enough parachutes. I hope we do. It'd be good if we did, but I don't know if we have enough parachutes, actually. I think I just heard something explode. You guys hear that? This is one man, yeah. What's going on is that we were doing an abort mission. We were trying to get this to another planet, but then we had to abort the mission because the rockets fell off. That was a parachute ripping off? No, it wasn't. How many G's would he have been experiencing during that approach? A lot. Oh yeah, I think that was something crashing that I just heard. Here's to hoping I have enough parachutes. Oh, yeah, we'll be fine. Oh, it's a thunderstorm. Oh, there's thunderstorms in this? That's so cool. Yep, we made it. And we have fuel to spare. Let's go. Yeah, right into a hurricane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a hurricane. That's what we're landing in. Great. You know what? We have a, maybe we just make this a permanent sea base. I don't know why we would, but we can. Permanent sea base. Yeah, there we go. It can't really do much, but you know what? You know what it can do? You know what it can do? There's a docking port. We'll leave this here. Joffrey will be fine. We can make a submarine. There is a horizontal stream. Yeah, it's on YouTube under, go to the Dr. Blitz Debunks YouTube channel. Yeah, let's deploy the relay comms. Brilliant. I didn't think that this would work either. I'm going to extend out these legs for whatever reason. Just so then they don't look like they're up there. There. I wish I could like stabilize, but apparently we're a little bit heavier on that side than on the other side, so as long as we don't roll over, we should be fine. That's very spooky. All right, y'all. I think that we're okay, actually. Of all things, mission failed successfully. That's so funny. Okay, so y'all, it is past noon, so I need to go make myself some lunch and, you know, make myself some coffee and stuff, but I'll take the win. I will absolutely take the win. All right, take care, everybody.